Okay, so this is unannounced. It's a live pop-up, hello, how you doing? Here we are kind of thing. Because we need to crochet some stuff. And because yeah, whoa, several things. We need to crochet some stuff. We need to catch up on some stuff. We need to talk about a few things. And so we thought we would come on and just kind of conversate for a little bit and see if anybody's on here. And if they are, they are. And if they're not, they're not. That's fine too. But it will give us a chance to
You're on top chat.
do a little catch up. If you're in, let us know who you are and say hello and what you're doing. So, what we are doing right now until we get some people on here is we are working on catching up on mood blankets. I am behind the month of September and part of October.
I am midway through August. And I need to catch up.
And what were you when you started?
Midway through August.
Oh, I thought you were farther than that.
No.
So let us know you're here. Let us know what you're doing, what you're working on, how you're doing. We don't plan to stay very long because, yeah, I have to work tomorrow and it's a busy week. And
I
so
have to work tomorrow as well.
that's right.
I cannot read that far away. Hello.
Moe's Misfit Toys. Hello from
Hello.
Ohio. We have family in Ohio. Nice to see you. Oh, let us know what you're working on. I'm just going to share real quick so everybody knows we're live. I don't expect that there'll be a lot of people because there's a lot going on. And we understand that. But this was a time you all know we have to come on when we can. And sometimes that is last minute, you know. Um, it is what it is. Our life is hectic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Um, just one second. I'm letting everybody know.
What you working on? Let us know. We're nosy.
We're nosy. We just like to get ideas from everybody else. We're working on mood blankets, and that's because we are so far behind. It's not funny. I am 2 months. Well, this Sunday would have made 2 months behind.
I'm 2.5.
Yep, and it's just we've been busy and didn't prioritize it. We were doing other things, and that's okay too. I mean, sometimes, to be honest, I don't want to finish mine, but I'm making mine fit me, making mine me, making myself finish it. So I figure this is the best way to make myself finish it, right? Get on a live, and then I'm held accountable to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I've kind of lost interest in it. This is Kristen's project. I think she's kind of lost interest in it too. I think we both realized we really don't like a year-long project. A ton of scrubbies for a client. Ooh,
Ooh.
that sounds good. For client thank you gifts.
See, I never do long-term projects. The longest project I think I've ever done was a baby blanket. So I really dived headfirst into this one, not thinking, but I'm determined to finish it. And this will probably be my only year-long project ever.
I think you'll probably do more blankets.
Blanket not year-long like this.
Yeah, it's just
It's
having to wait.
yeah. At the beginning, I was so eager. I would it would be like Friday or Saturday, be like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and do that week because it's only Sunday. So, and now I'm like,
I
but
think
I'm finishing it. I'm not gonna give up.
I think too we kind of thought more people would participate and work alongside us with it, and that didn't happen. So when that didn't happen, I think she kind of lost interest a little bit, and I can understand that, completely understand it. So it is what it is. Sometimes we get ideas, and it seemed like it is a great idea, but a lot of people had already chosen to do temperature blankets and didn't want to do mood blankets. But the mood blanket for us was, the ability to not have to worry about temperature, but to just go with how you feel.
Yeah, I feel like in the future, if I were to ever do this, like a mood project again, I would do like somebody had said, do like a certain color and do all the different tones, and I would definitely do green and all the different tones of green because that is my color.
That would be really
It
pretty.
would be really pretty because like dark green and all the different greens. But this one was for me using what I had and not going out and buying a new roll of yarn every time I was happy or every time I was upset. So that was what mine was using what I had.
I think that I would do mine in pink. So that would be a really neat
That
study of
would be.
color
Yeah, because you get all the different colors.
and all the different yarns. So right
Yep.
now I'm using Red Heart. Red Heart. What is this? Erin Fleck. And that's just because it's a color I like. I like the flecks of color in it.
It reminds me of fall.
Yeah, it reminds me of fall too, the pumpkins and the gourds and everything. And it really, it's a mellow color, which is kind of how I feel right now. It's how I want to feel.
Hello, Denise.
Hi, Denise. How are you? It's how I want to feel right now is mellow. So I'm kind of, projecting that color. So I've got this like Erin Fleck color. Yeah, we did good until about June. And I think when summer hit and school was out, we were done.
Yeah.
And I think that's because we were moving around, doing things, going, whatever. And so nah. I think not a temperature, but even a mood like a snake would have been good. Like I thought this was good because it's a scarf. So I thought, well, it's only like 20 some stitches. And I say that, and here I am 2 months behind. So no.
I did 150 stitches. So.
But you'll be able to say, I did it when you're done.
Yeah.
And I'm working on other blankets. I have no problem doing blankets. But I want to do them at my pace. I've done a bunch. Hey, Niecy, how are you? I've done a bunch this year of blankets, but I want to do them at my pace. And I'm not thrilled with this multicolor mess that I have right now from Mood Blanket. Now, I will say that it helped me have a different perspective. So it's not for nothing. It helped me think differently about things. It helped me be more positive, because so lots of these things, like right here, we had a death of a friend, and here's my Christmas in July, which is actually June, Christmas tree on there with the applique. And I don't know that I'll finish appliques because, like I said, I've lost a lot for crochet in the past month or so. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of I don't know, I'm aggravated with it. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to have to do a bunch of things just to be doing it. And I've always been that way. But what I want to do is slow go. So I'm doing a corner to corner Afghan. I'm doing what's the other one? A moss stitch baby Afghan. And I'm working on a moss stitch scarf. And then I'm working on a collaboration, which will start Friday. So Friday, it's not my collaboration, it's somebody else's. So Friday, you'll have to come back and see what the collaboration is all about. If you know me, you know I don't do many of them, and you probably know what it has to be about in order for me to do it, right? It's that time of year. So
turkey.
No, it's not about turkey. No. Although speaking of turkey, makes me think of Friends and makes me think of Matt Perry.
Yeah.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention him tonight, because he has been on my mind. And I know people say, well, you don't even know him. Don't have to know him. Don't have to know him to care about a living soul. If you know my background, and you know Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach background, then you know how deeply I care for other people and for those who struggle with mental health, with whatever they're struggling with. And it has really hit me. His death has hit me hard. And I think it's because I understand so much. Like, I've never been in his shoes, but I understand so much the mental part. Really feel for his family and for his friends. And yeah. But anyway, that turkey made me think of that. Niecy, I knew you would be. I was thinking about trying to reach out to you. I know that you said you watch it every night before you go to sleep. And
I love Friends.
Kristen is a huge Friends fan.
I wasn't home when Mom messaged me. I'm like, no.
She had gone to a haunted house, and I didn't want somebody else to tell her because that's her favorite show. And so
I love Chandler.
Yeah, it's just super sad. And I saw where now they're withholding his method of or reason of death until they send off for toxicology reports, and that's sad. Um, whatever the reason, still way too young and a very talented soul.
Yes.
And just sad. But the turkey made me think about that. But no, the collab is not about turkey. It's not my collab. We are working with another content creator, and it's their collaboration, and they've asked us to participate, so that's what we're doing. And so right now we're finishing up Mood Blanket and recording other stuff for this week. But I forgot, I still need to sew in ends, but I forgot when I showed my finished objects. I can't talk today. I forgot to show. I'm trying to figure out where the top is. There we go.
I'm trying to pull my yarn
I
out.
forgot to show this finished object, which is the vest that I was working on. The by the lavender chair, and it is called Pocket Full of Posies. I always call it the wrong thing. I think I always call it Ring Around the Rosies because duh, I can't keep it straight. But I forgot about that and forgot to show it in my finished objects. I'm not extremely happy with it, but it's okay. I don't know. I added and made it bigger, and I ended up using 3 rolls or 3 skeins of Chloe yarn, and it's very pretty. I do like the colors. The colors are like the purple and greenish kind of color and teal. That's for suicide awareness. I really like it, and I will wear it. That's yarn that I got from Bailey, and I'm super excited to have that finished. So that was a big main project I was working on. I'm working on a Grinch blanket, which I'm going to show progress on this week, but it's not enough for you to guess what it's going to be yet. His dad died of a heart attack. I wasn't aware his dad had passed already, and he was on medication for his heart. Yeah, I think he had had a very strenuous day from what they were saying, and I'm sure that he has, had a lot of health issues. I hope and pray that they don't fixate on whatever the cause of death is, because it genuinely doesn't matter. He was a wonderful soul. Yeah, pickleball. He liked to play pickleball. And the only reason I know what pickleball is because, believe it or not, there is a crocheter that I watch, and her name is Margaret, and she is from a channel called Sheepishly Sharing, and she plays pickleball. And that's the only reason why I know what pickleball even is, because she has talked about it on her thing before. So, yeah, I just I thought, oh my goodness, I actually know what that is. It's kind of like ping pong, but with a bigger paddle, I think, a mix between ping pong and tennis. And it's really kind of interesting. And Margaret, who lived from Sheepishly Sharing, I think she lives in a community where they have teams and stuff, and they do that. So I just thought that was really kind of interesting. And at the moment, I'm trying to figure out where my color is for my next. Bless you. Bless you again.
Thank you. My allergies are acting up something awful today.
For my next color, I need to weave in ends, but there's so far. This is January, and it has the snowflake. February has the heart. March, from black to black, has the clover, shamrock. Thank you. 4-leaf clover, but supposed to be, yeah. April has the cross. May has golden rings to symbolize my parents' anniversary. June has the Christmas tree, because I thought I was putting it on July, because I forgot this represents a death in our fire family, and so I messed up my black lines. And then I have July, August, and September, which is this Aran Fleck color. There it shows it, like for fall. And then I have to do October, which is my birthday month, which I'm thinking I may do, I don't know, pink, or Kristen said do Christmas colors since I love Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. I thought I had it here ready to go, but I don't. So it is what it is. Yeah.
My eyes are playing tricks, and I keep thinking I see the chat jumping.
I think it might be moving a little bit, but it's not, because it's. Ow. Niecy, what are you working on?
And
Denise. Mo told us that she was working on
scrubbies.
That yarn just felt like razor blades. Yeah, scrubbies.
In the chat, let us know what you're working on.
What you're working on, and what's your weather like, Niecy? Are we still covered in snow your way? They got hammered. They got hammered by snow. Yeah, she was stuck and couldn't go.
My.
The heirloom Afghan, wonderful. I saw that. It's beautiful. Kristen's using Halloween yarn because, it's not quite Halloween yet. And she's still
from Hirschner's.
Covered in snow and freezing. Oh,
color name is Halloween Party.
It's pretty. We're supposed to get cold weather Wednesday.
Tonight.
Yeah, well, but really Wednesday, and possible snow showers Wednesday. So we shall see.
Good thing I'm off on Wednesday because then I don't have to go to work.
Yeah.
I'll be stuck in the snow.
I used to love snow when snow meant a snow day. Snow no longer means a snow day here. When I worked for Head Start, snow did not mean a snow day for me, but it meant one for my children. So what would happen, unless we had a government shutdown by our governor and he called a state of emergency, we had to go to work anyway. And I remember walking to work in snow that was too deep, like up to my knees, because I had to get there and was scared to drive. So I walked to work because the roads were so bad that day and because we still had to go. And there would be times that we would go and then, maybe they'd send you home. But now there's really not usually, sometimes, but most of the time there's no such thing as a snow day because we have reimagine days, or what else they call them?
Packet days.
No, I forget what it's called.
Virtual days.
Alternative instructional days, or something like that. And so they have stuff they have to do online since we have the invention of technology and they can do all the work. So it's not a snow day. You're still working. And a lot of times you're doing more work than what you would do.
Yeah.
They are doing more work than what they would do if they were in the actual classroom. And I get that, to keep them busy and to make sure that, they have things to do and to catch up on. But yeah, I don't like those kind of days. I like snow days. When we were younger, we had snow days. We went sledding. We went outside. We had fun. We played, and, you couldn't get to school, but you could get outside to play in the snow. Those were the kind of days I liked. How about you all?
I like waking up and then mom going, hey, no school. And I get to go back to bed.
We still sometimes have those days because there are so many days written into the curriculum saying that we can do that. But then we have other days that we must do alternative learning. And we can thank 2020 for that, right? That's when all that started, all that mess started. When we figured out that we could do learning at home.
Humbug.
Yeah. So I'm just a big kid at heart. My favorite thing was waking up in the mornings, like at 4 or 5 o'clock, rolling over and seeing that the phone said that, hello. Or actually, when I was growing up, you had to watch TV to find out. We had 3 channels. One was very fuzzy and you couldn't see it. One was and then the other one was clear. And the one that was clear was not local to us. So you had to watch the one that was to be able to see if you didn't have school that day. And you had to watch the little line thing go across the bottom of the screen and go through all the schools each time to see if it was your county.
I remember doing that before. They have like a messaging system now where mom's like, she can just roll over and check the phone. Before that, we would also have to check the TV.
They had a messaging system called Remind, and it would come across there, but they don't do that anymore either. Sometimes we get a phone call from the school, or there's a website you can go to and look. But I really, really enjoyed being able to roll over and see no school today, or even a 2-hour delay.
Yeah,
that would be nice tomorrow, but that's not going to happen.
Lovely tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, but not that cold.
Well, it's raining.
That's not gonna. It's not gonna work. Good try. It's not gonna work. We may have something Wednesday if it gets down to the temperatures they're talking about, like that it would feel like single digits. So we'll see. I'm just a big kid at heart. I like to stay home with my kids. I enjoy time with them. I enjoy time when we don't have to think about school or work or all of those wonderful things. All the things which we all have to do tomorrow. So we did have news. If you haven't seen, we got a new puppy. Hey, Melanie, how are you? We got a new puppy. His name is Hot Rod. He is a Hot Mess Express. He's a Boston Terrier. For those who don't know or haven't seen before, we had a Boston Terrier for several years, and he passed away 2 years ago, September 14th. And it was very difficult for me because he was my pet. He was my dog, and he was the one that would stay with me all the time through all of the things I went through with my mom, my dad, my brother, all of my health, all of those things. And then he passed away 2 years ago. So it took me some time. We do have Roxy. She was my son's dog. And then I got so attached that when he left, she had to stay. She is a wonderful dog, wonderful guard dog. And so, um, anyway, I felt it was time and I felt ready to go and get another dog. So, thanks to a friend, we have a new Boston Terrier. He's all of a little bit of nothing because he's so tiny. He's 8 weeks old. Or actually, he may be 10 now. Can't remember.
No, he's not 10 weeks old.
Is he 8?
He's 8 to 9.
Yeah.
I know he's not quite 10.
Kim's Crochet and Knits her first live since lung surgery. Oh, goodness. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I hope she's doing well. I don't know her, but I've heard everybody talk about her. So, yeah, and talk about her journey. And I've heard Spring talk about her and her journey. So I hope she's doing very, very well. Um, Ours is just a pop-up live. It's not, we're not going to stay long. We just wanted to talk a little bit about, actually, we were trying to crochet on our mood blanket projects, our mood projects. And then I also wanted to share again about, we have a video coming out, but for those who are watching, about the hats, we have a hat goal and a challenge. The goal has been met. The goal was first 600 hats, and then it was 850. And it's hats, lap gowns, shawls, scarves, mittens, whatever, because the shawls and the lap gowns go to the nursing home. So we count those as well. So we had a need of 850. The goal has been met and blown away. We're at 1,054 and have been able to reach out to 4 extra outreaches. So excited about that. Our challenge is one from every state. And so there are several states that we don't have a hat from yet. Let me see if I can pull it up and read it just because, yeah, I don't know if I can pull it up and read it because it's going to come up on a thing. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. There are several states we don't have. There are 16 states that we don't have right now to make all the states of the United States. We also have 3 countries. We have hats from Australia, Thailand, and Canada.
And then the US, of course.
Yeah. And so I can't find it. I'm trying to find the picture. I think I've deleted it. But we have 16 states that are on our latest video that we show, that we talk about, that we don't have hats from. Hey, how are you, Gail? Good to see you. Welcome in. But I know that we have 16 states we don't have hats from. Our deadline is November 24th. If we get them, that's fantastic, and that means we will have met the goal and the challenge. If we don't get them, it's no biggie, right? We'll do it again next year and see how many bees we can get. I guess I could use this, right? Because this is the updated version. We put a bee on each state we got a hat from. So there's all the bees. The East Coast is covered up with bees. The Midwest's got a few, and then the West Coast, a few. And so you can kind of see there what we have and what we don't, maybe just at a glance. If you're like me, I really have to look because I'm really bad with geography. So there we go. But that's where we are. We're trying to get a B on every state. And if we do, like I said, that's great. If we don't, that's fine too. We'll try again next year. We're super excited. We've been able to help our local Loaves and Fishes, which is an outreach, a Catholic charity outreach that goes and helps families in need. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's Catholic. Now, we have our own faith, obviously. That's what our mission is about. Internet's coming and going. They help families in need. So they got 100 hats. When I say hats, scarves, fingerless gloves, whatever, right? They got something. Then they got, we have a charity called Reach, and it's actually a group that helps parents. And they have things like Parents as Teachers, and they teach parents how to teach their children that are under a certain age, right? And younger kids. They also give blankets and hats to new mothers that are having babies. They do a baby shower, and they give away these items to them. They give out hats to children and families who are in need. They do so many things. They give away free Thanksgiving dinners and all these things. They have also a food pantry. So we've tried to reach out. We gave them 250 plus probably a few because they were doing Christmas baskets for families this year. Planning on making a hat or 2 extra a month starting in January to send more hats next year. Thank you, Gail. We appreciate you. I've said it many, many times. I'm blown away. I just can't imagine We started the first year, we had 75 hats. We started 2 weeks before the parade, which is how we started handing them out, which we still do. The second year, there were 474, I think, and that's locally. Most of those came locally. Some came from other places. Um, there were a few that came from YouTube. This year, we set a goal at 600, and I was thinking that's a lot. And then we upped it to 850 because I just felt like God was saying you have to. And so I stepped out in faith that we would do that. And then it's at 1,000. So I'm blown away. We actually, let me backtrack a little bit. Colder in North Carolina, a little rain too. Cold tomorrow for Halloween. Yeah, it's going to be cold for Halloween. Not looking forward to that. So we did Loaves and Fishes. We did Reach. We donated to our Veterans Museum, which is an outreach for our veterans here. And we gave them 50 that he would be able to give out to the veterans. So then the nursing home here got their Christmas presents. One of them has, the smallest one. We were going to do both of them last weekend, but they had a health scare. And so we didn't want to go in while they had some health issues going on to protect my own health and that of the kids and Jack. So we're waiting for that to clear. So 28 went, shawls and lap gowns went to that nursing home. They're putting those in storage with their gift bags until Christmas time. So they got a lap gown or a shawl. They got socks or footies, like big long socks. And they got toiletries and a coloring book and some crayons or markers or something and Christmas cards. And so next year we hope to switch that up a little bit and do something different. But that's what they got this time. And then let's see. So that's 350, 378, 428, and then is that right? 350, 428. And then I was sitting here the other day and somebody had mentioned one of the local charities here that it's not Toys for Tots, but they collect, it's a local one here that everything stays in this county. And so it's a motorcycle club that collects things for children and gives it to families in need, and they take their applications and all that jazz. Just like Toys for Tots pretty much, but it's local to us. They don't leave this county. And so I just felt the need to participate. It happens to be a friend of mine and my husband's, someone that I've known all my life and went to school with, and just feel like they do a really good job. And so we took 100 that we had from here of those and gave to them. And that left us with 250. And I was kind of scared because we've also taken on, we did a union mission in another county where Spring lives to donate to them. And they got 150. So I forgot how far I counted up now. I don't know. Yeah. So 100 and a 250 is 350, 428, 528, 628, 678 have left this house. And that was a lot. Either blankets, crocheted shawls, lap cans, hats, scarves, whatever. 678. Is that what I said? Yeah. So the reason we still have almost 400 more is because we had more donations that came in. And so I'm tickled to death that we had those come in. We've been able to reach out. We're going to do 2 parades, one in the county that we live in and one in the other county that I work in. So I work in 2 counties as a substitute. So we're going to go and do that in both counties. And so we've been able to reach out to so many more places than we did before. Last year we did Loaves and Fishes and we did Reach and we did the parade, and we did Reach because we had some left from the parade. And then we also did some of the schools. We have what's called community in schools, and in community in schools you have a designated person who is the go-to, and kids in the school know that they can go to that person anytime they need anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Clothing, food, toiletries, whatever they need, a jacket, whatever, they can go to this person and get it. And so last year we did donate some hats and scarves to that outreach in one of the schools that was local to us so that they would have a clothes closet to be able to go and pull from for those children. And that's really near and dear to my heart because it's what I work with. I work in the public school system, and it means a lot to me to be able to make sure that those kids are taken care of if they don't have the ability to get that at home, right? So all of that is where we're headed right now. We have one more nursing home, which is 100 and I think it's 113. Yeah, 113 people. Hey, Susan, how are you, honey?
Hi.
We were recapping what we've done with Bumblebees and where we're headed. So we have one more nursing home that has 113 that we're going to be bagging up to take as soon as they get the all clear for us to, well, it's not like they're shut down, but I'm not going in while they have an outbreak of things because I'm immune compromised and I know what would happen to me. So we're waiting. And so even if I send the guys from here and they bring it back here, then I'm still more likely to be sick. So we're waiting. They did call and they were nice enough to let us know that it might be better to wait a little while. So that's what we're doing. We have until Christmas, obviously. I'm just trying to get some of it out of my house. I have totes up on totes of blankets and bags up on bags of hats and things that we're trying to maneuver out the door. So all of those things put together, it's a lot. And so we were trying to move some of it out the door, and we've done that with some of it. And we will go to the two parades. And what we do in the parades is we wrap the bags up in cellophane party bags and throw them out the window, right? And one of the parades we wanted to go do this year forbid us to do that. Yeah. You're not allowed to throw things, not even candy, which every parade I've ever been to, you throw candy. Like, seriously, legit. I've never been to a parade you couldn't throw candy. I don't get it. But this particular, I guess, they have rules for a reason. Somebody's done something and caused a problem, I'm sure. Probably like me because I had some things go on before. But anyway, we've got to go because we've got company. Sorry, guys. Bye.